Hello everybody! Thank you so much for visiting our channel Riders United. I always appreciate your time being with us. And today I have the quick episode, and this one is related to the long distance riding and the comfort. And sometimes we are complaining about our numb hands, that after a few hours of riding, or sometimes even after a shorter period of time, we can kind of feel that our hand is getting numb. And there is actually like a few tips and techniques that I would like to share with the riders just to help alleviate this problem on the longer rides. So let me just share with you what I got, and here we go. One of the easiest tips that I would like to share with you, and that will be the first one because it doesn't really require you to spend any money, it's actually loosen the grip when you are holding your handlebar. So sometimes I actually caught myself many times like holding the handlebar like really strong and really tight, and I have to say this definitely promote this vibration going through your hands and causing those issues that you have the numb hands even after a short period of riding. So I will say just relax your grip on the handlebar, and that helps quite a bit. And I mean, of course, you still have to have the control of your motorcycle and be able to steer and react, but especially on these really long rides, especially on the straight line, I mean, motorcycle kind of like goes by itself in the straight line. So you can just help yourself and just like lose the grip a little bit and just be a little bit more relaxed, and that should help alleviate this issue quite a bit. So another tip that I would like to share with you is actually using the gloves that are padded. And this is a Harley-Davidson glove that I'm using for quite some time already. And as you will notice, they have this little pad extra inserted in here, and this actually help with like reducing the vibration even more. So sometimes this is actually the gel pad or some kind of foam that can be inserted in your glove, and that helps quite a bit. One of the other tips that I found really helpful was actually inserting of the weights inside of the handlebar. And I would like to mention a company called Steiger, and they are actually offering the inserts that you will remove the grip, and you will put these weights inside of the handlebar, and of course it will be done on the both sides of the handlebar. So just by applying this extra weight on the sides, it actually eliminates like quite a bit of those vibrations that are really uncomfortable for us. For this specific model, I have to say Harley did a great job to reducing vibration compared to earlier models of the Harley-Davidson. And in the past I have 2014 Harley Slim, and it wasn't really like horrible, but on my Sportster that was the issue that was bothering me quite a bit. And if we only don't have the electronic throttle and we have the handlebar that is empty inside, this is definitely something to consider, because those weights are not really that expensive. You will remove the grip inside of the handlebar. You will insert these weights, and you will just tighten it up with one screw. You will put the grips back, and I have to say this solution proven to be really effective, especially on the previous motorcycles that I have. And this company is located in the United States, and if I remember correctly, the product was about maybe 40-50 bucks, and I said I will give it a shot, and I was pleasantly surprised how greatly it worked. So if you are really experiencing a lot of vibration, I will say maybe this extra 50 bucks that you can spend on this solution might be worth it for you. So this is something to consider if you are really suffering for those numb hands on the longer rides. One of the other tips that I would like to share with you is actually related to the bushings of your risers. And I'm talking about the part that is actually underneath the riser, and it's holding your riser in place. And I know that many times we are replacing those bushings for polyurethane ones, like really hard plastic ones, which a lot of people actually prefer for having a little bit more control of the handlebar. And this is the main reason, as I learned, that people are replacing those. But it's worth to notice that original bushings from Harley Davidson are actually rubber, and the reason for that is actually to help with the vibration, especially with the taller handlebars. I felt that this vibration can be quite pronounced, and with the shorter bars they are a little bit less pronounced. So I have to say, pay attention to the bushings that you have on your motorcycle, because that might play quite a strong role in how you feel at the end of your handlebar whenever you are having the grip of the handlebar. So this is also something to pay attention to. And I mean, bushings are also really cheap elements that we can buy for probably like 20-30 bucks. And I always prefer like a rubber bushing, just to make sure that I have a little bit of extra dampening of the vibrations for my own comfort on these longer rides. Another tip that I would like to share with you, it's actually getting the good grips. And maybe it doesn't sound like it's helping a lot, but actually it does. And as you can notice, I have Avon grips, and those are like really soft, kind of like really spongy material. I'm not sure if you will be able to see it, but yeah, this is really flexible material that is in here. And what I really like about this Avon grips, that they have this indentations that actually allow the air to flow when you are holding your handlebars. So it kind of prevent like sweating of your hands. And also what is great about this company, that you can buy those grips with the different dimensions of this soft foam. So this one actually that you can see right now is like the smallest diameter of the grip, and they also have the one that is like medium and also one that is large. So especially if you have bigger hands, I will recommend that you will take a look at those Avon grips, because they might be actually way more comfortable for you, especially with the bigger hands. You don't want to have the grip that is like fairly narrow. And I have to say, I have probably like average size hands, probably size large I'm wearing for my when I'm using my gloves. And for this specific motorcycle, I choose the grip that is a little bit narrower. So this is actually the smallest diameter that you can buy for your bike, just because I kind of like the feel that when I'm grabbing the handlebar, that I'm kind of like touching those two fingers or pretty close to it. And actually on my Slim that I have in the past, I have the same set of grips from Avon, and I have the medium ones. They were like a little bit better, I think. And if I will have to buy this grip again, I will probably go with the medium size. But just because I already have this one on my bike, I will just stick with these grips. But I will say, pay attention to the material that is actually put on the grip that you are buying, because if you have like something spongy and nice, and I know that Kuryakin is also the brand that is really popular. I believe that they have the grip that they call air cushion grip, and you will notice that they have like this big inserts that are rubber, and they are empty inside. But I personally didn't like the look of it that much, but I hear that those are great for dampening vibration for your hands. And I have to say, I'm pretty happy with my Avons, so this is what I plan to stick with. One of the best things that you can do to help with the numb hands is actually get the bike with the cruise control. And I'm pretty sure you are already familiar with the cruise control. Basically, you have this one button that you will push, and then you will set up your speed and speed the bike up or slow it down. But what this does, it actually allows you to take a right hand of the throttle and actually relax your hand for this longer rides. In case you don't have the cruise control on your bike, there are two different solutions that can kind of mimic the cruise control that is currently on my bike and many other touring bikes from Harley. And I'm talking about the throttle lock. So it's kind of a clamp that goes on your grip, and you are able to set up the angle, so you will be able to actually open the throttle and then just set up the angle of this throttle lock, and it will keep the throttle open in one position. Personally, I wasn't really happy with the design and how it looked like and how bulky that was. But there is another solution that I would like to mention. I use a product called CruiseMate. So what you will do, you will drill the hole underneath, and there is a little lever that is installed inside, and it will allow you to open the throttle, and when you push this lever, it will lock the throttle in specific position. What I really like about this solution, that it was relatively cheap. If I remember correctly, it was around $100 or maybe even less than that. And it was really nice and hidden. It was really small. It was barely visible. It actually worked almost like a cruise control. The only difference with this solution was that after you open the throttle and you lock it, then with the cruise control, the bike will stay at the same speed all the time. With this CruiseMate, it will actually slow down a little bit if you are going uphill, because of course it relies on how much the throttle is open. And as far as you going down, sometimes you will speed up, but I'm talking about probably like 2-3 extra miles going faster or slower, depending on the position of your throttle and of course the incline or the decline of the road. But in case you don't have the bike with cruise control, I will say check the CruiseMate. It was great product. They offered these levers that are going underneath in chrome and black finishes, so you can really match your style of your bike. And I have to say it was really nice option as far as not having the cruise control for something that will allow to do the same job or fairly similar to it. So of course, also the heights of your handlebar play a really big role in the vibrations. And if you are dealing with a lot of vibration on your motorcycle, I would recommend that you will consider rather lower handlebars and the shorter ones, rather than those ape hangers that are going really high, because the higher they are, the more vibration they will create. So this is something to also consider, especially if you are riding for a long period of time. And I have to say, I was extremely happy with the handlebars that were offered for Harley Davidson Softail Deluxe. Those were a little bit longer, and I mean a little bit wider, I'm sorry, but they offer a lot of comfort. And these risers that I just show was actually from Softail Deluxe. So I think that this specific riser with the handlebar from the Softail Deluxe, that is really nice and wide, allow really nice position and actually help with the vibrations also. So this is something to consider when you are choosing your handlebars. I know that there is a lot of people that like those handlebars and they go sometimes really high, but I think that this is actually promoting a little bit more vibrations. So this is also something to consider. So I really hope that you enjoyed the episode that I prepared today for a little bit of comfort for our longer rides. And please let me know what you think, and please feel free to share some of your own tips that you might have for avoiding numb hands on those longer rides. And I'm always looking for engagement with the people watching my channel. So please feel free to comment on this video, and I always pride myself in replying to all the comments that I'm receiving from all the watchers as a token of appreciation for your time. And I also would like to mention I have the Instagram that you can connect with me through the Instagram, and also my Facebook group called the Riders United Motorcycle Group. So feel free to connect with me on different levels, and I will be always happy to answer any questions and share some of the knowledge that you guys might share with me. And I really hope to see you on the road one day. And thank you so much, and stay safe. Bye bye.